Oh, Canada, filled with vibrant and diverse landscapes and teeming with natural resources. Canada spans across a sprawling 9.9 million square kilometers, making it the second largest country in the world by land area. From the beauty of the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, to the splendor of the Great Lakes, the vastness of the prairies to the grandeur of the mountains, the breadth of what Canada has to offer is stunning. The land and territories currently referred to as the Nation of Canada have been inhabited by Indigenous people groups for thousands of years. So while its cultural history is complicated and marked by the trauma of colonization, it is also rich and deep. With French and British as well as Indigenous roots forming its cultural foundation, Canada has now become one of the world's most ethnically diverse nations due to large-scale immigration from other countries around the globe. Currently, Canada welcomes around 300,000 new immigrants per year, one of the highest rates per population of any country in the world. As of 2021, there were more than 8 million immigrants with permanent residence living in Canada. That's roughly 21.5% of the total Canadian population. In school, students are taught that Canada is a mosaic, a place where the broad cultural expressions of its constituents are protected and celebrated. As a result of this, Canada's political and social values are characterized as progressive, diverse, and multicultural. One of the expressions of these values has been religious diversity. And yet, even in this increasingly multicultural landscape, the importance of religion to Canadians is dwindling. In 2022, it was reported that only 68% of Canadians reported having any religious affiliation, and only 23% reported engaging in religious activities on a monthly basis, with 50% saying that they don't engage at all. Christian affiliation in particular is in sharp decline, as church attendance across the country continues to drop significantly across all denominations, resulting in several church closures every week. Right now, there's an opportunity in this cultural moment for the church to respond, to grow and adapt in order to continue to teach the enduring message of Jesus as the world continues to come to Canada. Tim Keller writes that virtually all of the great evangelistic challenges of the New Testament are basically calls to plant churches. We believe that Jesus is inviting us to get creative and to continue establishing faith communities that are centered in Him, communities that offer the love, hope, honesty, inspiration, and belonging that only Jesus has to offer, and that Canadians are in need of now more than ever. As the Wesleyan Church of Canada, we believe in the life, death, resurrection, ascension, and eventual return of Jesus Christ. We believe that the Scriptures are God's Word, and that they're a united story that lead to Jesus Christ. And we believe that God has called us to go, to spread the good news of Jesus both through our words and our actions. We are called to gather as followers of Jesus and to serve in tangible ways that reveal who Christ is. And we believe that God has called us to do this by planting more churches in this great country and in the state of Maine.
Hello everyone, my name is Brian Abraham. I'm from Mumbai, India. I came to Canada in the winter of 2018. I remember the next morning when I came to Canada, I called my wife and I told her that how cold it is here, how lonely it is here, how scared I am because I didn't know anyone here. It was a different country, different culture, and I wasn't sure how people are going to accept me here. I remember we searching for a church in Thunder Bay, and we came across this small church which has just started. And I ended up going to that church. I was scared. I wasn't sure how people are going to accept me in this church. Walking through those doors were the most difficult thing that I did back then. And I remember how the church family accepted me as I am. On the very first day, there was this beautiful couple who took me out for lunch, just made me feel extremely comfortable. And ever since, I haven't looked back. I've been a part of this church family. Soon after, my wife joined and we have been a part of this church for the past 4 years and we love it here. I'm so grateful that God put this desire in someone's heart to start this church planting here in Thunder Bay, where we are a part of now.
Hi, my name is Michael Simmons and this is my family. We've been part of a church plant now for 3 years and it's really changed our lives for sure. My wife kind of drugged me there the first time and I didn't really like it that much as I wasn't close to the Lord or I had no feelings of going to church. She just made me go and she drugged me back there again, and the second time I had this feeling like come over me and it just made me feel like I should come back again. So I came back again and the feeling kept getting stronger and stronger. And at the end of it, I was talking to my minister, and I had the feeling of the Lord come over me, and it's changed my life big time. So it's really changed my whole family and our whole community in a very positive way.
Hi, my name's Melissa, and I've been part of a church plant for a little over 3 years. It's really worth everything to see the change in the community, and week after week you see new people that you would never think would ever come to a church, and just how they come to know Jesus and seeing lives be changed and the community be changed and outreach and all of that. And it's amazing what church plants can do.
Hey there, we are the Andrews. My name is Michaela.
My name is Timothy, and we are planting the 3rd location of Deepwater Church in BLT, which is a group of communities in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Now, church planting wasn't always on our radar. Both of us have degrees in ministry, and we've worked as pastors in a handful of established, traditional, some non-traditional churches. And we did have exposure to the idea of church planting at school, but it wasn't until the last couple of years that we really felt God stirring up 2 things inside of us. The first thing was a little bit of an uncomfortable feeling the friction and tension rise as in the church, as we've experienced that the cultural landscape in North America is changing rapidly. We want to be part of a creative reimagining of what Jesus-centered communities can look like and how they can help us to carry out the mission of making disciples, real apprentices of Jesus in this generation.
The second thing we felt God stirring deep inside us was this desire to co-pastor. We have been discovering how God has not only equipped us individually for this calling to ministry, but that He's been forming us together as a team with the right tools, the right gifts, the right passions and skills to lead together. Michaela and I have seen again and again how doing this together has made us, our marriage, and our ministry stronger through it, and that's been incredible.
A lot of times, it's not only takes obedience, but it takes bravery and boldness to step out and try new things. So for us, church planting and co-pastoring, and they've been some of the scariest things that we have ever done, but it's also been the most rewarding, the most beautiful adventure that we've ever been on.
I heard it said recently, God is love. Jesus came to show us this love, give us this love, and teach us about this love so that we could live in this love and extend it to others. And really, that's what church planting has been for us in this season, living into God's kingdom of love and inviting others to receive that love.
Do you sense God nudging you to be a part of this vision to plant churches all over Canada and the state of Maine? Do you long to see unchurched people encounter Jesus? We are looking for churches and pastors who will respond by supporting and sending church planters. And we're looking for individuals, couples, or teams who will say yes to the call of God to plant churches. If you sense the nudging of the Holy Spirit in this direction, there's 2 ways to initiate the conversation. First, check out our website. You can fill out an initial assessment and somebody will get in touch with you. Secondly, you can reach out to the National Director of Church Multiplication by contacting the National Office of the Wesleyan Church. Let's respond together to the final words of Jesus before His ascension, to go and make disciples.